Hey, what's going on? Gillis TV back here today. We got some lineup notes for the Oilers as they host the New York Islanders tonight. And former GM Ken Holland finding another job here in the NHL. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you're new to the channel, like anything NHL related from news, trades, rumors, whatever there is, I try to do more Oilers than anything. But we do cover all the news. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as we are on our way to 1,100 subscribers, only 86 more away. Thank you guys so much for the last little bit. It's been truly amazing. Now let's get into this. The NHL has hired Ken Holland as a hockey operations consultant. He is not a GM like a lot of people thought maybe he would go take a GM role in other places. I kind of figured by when the Oilers let him go and he was kind of sitting back that he wanted to still do something with the NHL, just wasn't in that GM role, and he finds a pretty good gig here as a consultant for the NHL hockey operation. So that's just a little bit Ken Holland staying in the NHL. And for the lineups tonight, Chris Knobloch mentioned no lineup changes. They're going with the line that dominated the Vancouver Canucks in that third period. Connor Brown scoring 2 goals. And those lineups, in case you missed that game, are going to be Jeff Skinner, McDavid, and Hyman, Podkolzin, Draisaitl, and Arvidsson. I like this line. Podkolzin gained more confidence by game by playing with these two players, and it's showing on the ice. Henrique with RNH and Connor Brown. Of course, Connor Brown scoring 2 goals in that Vancouver game. Mark Ryan, and Perry, and your defense is staying the same. Bouchard with Ekholm, Stretcher with Nurse, and Ty Emberson is with Kulak, with Stuart Skinner getting the start tonight. This is a really injured New York Islanders team. After a big win against Vancouver on Saturday, the Oilers need to come in. They are without Anthony Duclair and Matt Barzal. This is a game the Oilers need to take advantage of that, win the game, and look forward to the next game when they host Vancouver. These are 4 crucial points on 2 teams who aren't nearly at the top of the NHL standings. 2 good teams still, but they got to take advantage of these 4 points when it comes to the standings and getting over that 500 mark. They are currently 7-7-1 this year, and if we could play how we did in that third period, I know it was Kevin Lankinen, but his numbers this year are pretty stellar. His home numbers seem to be drifted off, but if the Oilers can take advantage of these next 2 games, they're right up there with the Vegas Golden Knights, the LA Kings. They, depending on how the Flames and Canucks do, they could leapfrog them. So these are meaningful games. Yes, it's only November. We have 2 wins against Nashville. We're playing the Islanders, which was Chris Knobloch's first game almost exactly a year ago. It was November 13th when he made that debut. Of course, tonight's game's on November 12th. And the Oilers won 4-1 in that game. So a year from now was when Chris Knobloch came in, and look what he's done. So this is, like I said, a crucial game, a must-win game. It is only November, but getting these early wins is just going to solidify your spot in the playoffs sooner and keep you in that race. You don't want to fall behind, and these are 2 teams that the Oilers need to go out and win these games or get 3 out of 4 points on. I'm okay with that as well. But those are your lineups for tonight as the Oilers host the Islanders at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I might have a game recap. We'll see what goes on in the game. I do maybe have a defenseman I kind of want to talk about possibly as a trade target for the Oilers. We'll see how one of the defensemen play tonight. He's actually been pretty solid, and I think moving him just a little bit might be what the Oilers need, and I'm talking about Brett Kulak, as in he's had a phenomenal season this year. I think third line minutes, he needs more minutes at this point. So if we can, try and get Kulak as many minutes as possible. I know he played a lot when Stretcher hopped down the tunnel there against the Golden Knights last Wednesday. I know the Oilers don't play much in between games. It's like 2 days off. But last Wednesday, he played phenomenal. He stepped up for the extra minutes in Troy Stetcher's spot. Kulak, like I said, is having a phenomenal year. I think he has 4 goals now, and he's just shooting the puck with confidence. He's playing a pretty solid game. And when people talk about Brett Kulak, he's had his ups and downs with the Oilers organization as a roller coaster ride. But Kulak does all the small things right. I think that's what makes him valuable to the Edmonton Oilers. So if somehow the Oilers can get Kulak some more time, I think that will just shine even more in his favor. That's my shout out for tonight's game. I'm actually going to start doing that when I do these. I want to see Brett Kulak out there doing what he does best. So that's my pick to score tonight is Brett Kulak. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.